and welcome back to SparkofVintage. My name is Cindy and I am the owner and head treasure hunter here, and we are very excited that you're here with us today for day 10 of the Crafty Christmas Countdown. So we're taking one object, item, lost and found thing that we have rediscovered in our craft rooms and doing a small little project with it. Today's item is all of these wood ornaments that, like, right after the pandemic, I think I bought like 4 shoe boxes full of them, and I still have not made anything with these yet. I have candy canes and doves and ornaments and bells and mittens. I mean, it is time to do some making. So, oh, even a snowflake. So we'll see what we do with them. I'm going to embark on just making a few of them because we're trying to do shorter videos that are just little snippets for every day. But we are doing 25 days this month. So if you've been following along, thank you so much for your support, your comments, all of your just great feedback that we've gotten about this. I know I'm with friends and I know I'm not alone, so I'm not ashamed of showing you all of my dirty little crafting secrets that have been hidden away in my closet and need to come out. So I'm excited to have you with us. I think it's time to just dive in and let's make some cute little ornaments with these beautiful little wood cutouts. For this project, I decided to use all of my fusion paints that I've had left over from all of the Sonic Garden Blooms makers boxes this year. So I had a chance to use some unconventional colors as well as some base white for some decoupaging we'll be doing later. I love using all of these bold colors, and now we're going to try 3 different techniques. The first step in this embossing technique is to use the Tim Holtz Distress embossing ink in this dabber container. Now this allows us to just pad on the embossing ink, and it doesn't cause any overages or pooling, and it lets you get into some unconventional areas. The embossing powder itself is Shabby Pink by Hampton Arts, and I love this style of embossing powder because it came with a little bit of glitter, and also the powder kind of explodes when it gets heated, so it's really a lot of fun to work with. This embossing powder is also from Hampton Arts, and it has that black undertone, but then that exploding gold on top, and reminds me a little bit of like Pirate's Gold. Here I'm using Distress Glaze. Glaze is similar to embossing powder. You do heat it to melt it, but it gives you a much shinier, slicker surface. And so you get a different texture and a different look. For this one, I just use holographic embossing powder by Ranger for an iridescent look. Now let's try using transfer. I searched through all of my IOD transfers and found some gilded gold ones, as well as some of the woodlands and some of the new ones that came out in this year's collection as well. Well, if you saw day 3 of our Crafty Countdown, you recognize the remnant tool from Tim Holtz. Again, my favorite tool to work with for fine, detailed work, as well as just those little curves, and especially when working with the gilded gold transfers. I love the plastic tool they provide, but I just find that the intricacy of the remnant tool helps me get the best results on small projects. And I have to give a special shout out to this little Santa transfer that I've had in my stash and have been wanting to use for maybe 3 or 4 years now. And now he has a home. And finally, we're going to cover some of those wood ornaments with decoupage and rice papers. The next 2 ornaments are covered with Roy Cycles decoupage paper. Now, these papers were in my stash from a couple of years ago, so never throw away those smaller pieces because you never know when they're going to come in handy. In addition to Royce's decoupage papers, I have Tim Holtz on the candy cane, and probably my favorite rice paper from the Painted Photographer, the Santa mug on that cute little bell. Well, it wouldn't be a Cindy project if I didn't use some Stickles glitter glue. And this one, I'm using that beautiful red and that glisten iridescent white to really show off the beautiful highlights on the decoupage papers. And here's a little peek of what they might look like decorating the tree. I love combining all the different techniques and getting an opportunity to experiment with a lot of different products again today. Well, I had to show that adorable Santa mug one more time. But I want to again thank you so much for being with us today for day 10 of the Crafty Christmas Countdown. And we look forward to seeing you tomorrow for day 11.